Distillation of seawater. Use of quick-fit apparatus to distill seawater. Once the quick-fit apparatus is properly installed, place a Bunsen burner, a tripod and a wire gauze under the round bottom flasks. The use of a wire gauze is to diffuse the heat, helping to protect the glassware. Glassware has to be flat-bottomed to stay on the wire gauze. The filtered seawater is placed in the round bottom flask with added anti-bumping granules. Anti-bumping granule is a tiny, unevenly shaped piece of substance added to seawater, to make them boil more calmly. Boiling chips are frequently employed in distillation and heating. When a liquid becomes superheated, the solids of sea salt accumulates at the bottom of the flask, can cause violent flash boiling, which may cause danger. Install the round bottom flask and fix it with a clamp and a retort stand. The thermometer shows the distillate's temperature. When the seawater is boiled, water turns into vapor, that pass through Liebig condenses back to liquid. The Liebig condenser must be connected to tap water. The back of the Liebig condenser is the water inlet, connected to the tap water outlet with a rubber tube. The front of the Liebig condenser is the water outlet, and it is connected with a rubber tube to the sink. There is a simple method for remembering the connection method of the Liebig condensers, water outlet and inlet, with abbreviations, such as HB, which stands for horizontal back, horizontal meaning the Liebig condenser is in a horizontal position. Back stands for the water inlet at the rear, where tap water is connected. The tap water outlet should be fixed tightly to avoid splashing, due to unstable water pressure, and causing flooding accidents. The receiver adapter is to collect distilled seawater, that is, distillate, collected in a test tube, which is contained in a beaker. In order to avoid evaporation of the distillate, ice cubes are added to the beaker, to cool the distillate. Heat the round bottom flask slowly with a Bunsen burner. The seawater in the flask will begin to evaporate. When the temperature rises to 70 to 80 degrees, the seawater will begin to have small bubbles. Burn until water drops appear in the Liebig condenser. Slowly turn on the tap water for cooling. And check whether the water supply is stable. The distilled seawater, distillate, passes through the Liebig condenser and the receiver, and are collected in the test tube. Ice cubes are added to the beaker to cool the distillate, to prevent the distillate from evaporation. The thermometer shows that the distillate at that time has risen to 92 to 93 degrees. When enough distillate is obtained, remove the distillate first, then turn off the Bunsen burner to prevent the distillate from sucking back into the round bottom flask. The water will crack the hot round bottom flask, which will cause danger. For testing the distillate, first use silver nitrate solution and ammonia solution to test the seawater before and after distillation, and then test the flame color of the seawater before and after the distillation.